I am Laura Gren and I am a policy advisor at Unfair Tobacco. We are based in Berlin in Germany. Our work is to expose the tobacco industry and how it harms farmers, consumers and the environment. Smoking still is a major public health issue in Germany.
Hello. Hi. Schön, dich zu sehen.
Germany is on the forefront when it comes to human rights. I see a lot of advantages in using this strong human rights record that Germany has, so we can frame as a human rights issue. The German government is due to report on the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child. This is the window of opportunity that we can use. Ash suggested that I get in touch with David Kabanda from Uganda. I am looking forward to have more exchange with other people on this.
Hi Laura, this is David Kabanda.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you, Laura.
Ash suggested that I get in touch with you because you are a lawyer advocating on human rights and tobacco control. Can you tell me more about how tobacco violates human rights?
So one of the rights that are violated is the right to life. It is the only product that kills a user when the user uses it the way it is intended to be used. Related to that is the right to health. We all know that human rights are interrelated and they are linked. Another right is the right to a clean and healthy environment. But what happens most of the time is you see a lot of contamination and it is a violation of this right. When it comes to tobacco, they go ahead and target children when they advertise their products. And they actually love it when children get addicted and they'll never leave smoking.
In your experience, why are human rights arguments an important part of the conversation about tobacco when it comes to policymakers, but also when it comes to the public and the public opinion?
The human rights-based approach empowers the people to make sure that they can stand and say no to tobacco. The government, it must respect our rights. Make sure you hold them accountable on their legal obligations.
Great, and let's keep in touch about this.
Thank you very much, Laura. I'm looking forward to meet again.
Goodbye.
Tobacco control is clearly a human rights issue, especially when it comes to children's rights. I know that Ash has worked on the human rights-based approach before, and that's why I would like to learn more from their experience.
Hello Laura, how are you?
I'm calling because we are planning to file a shadow report to the Convention on the Rights of the Child. Since you have a lot of experience with this, we would like to ask for more advice.
What I would tell anyone calling me who wants to engage in a human rights and tobacco control campaign, I would say do three things. First, you can engage at the global level, such as the UN Human Rights Council. Secondly, look what can be done and what are the opportunities through regional human rights bodies. And lastly, we look at what treaties your country has ratified and when those countries are due to report back. And so one of the second step now, I think it's really for you to find out who could be your allies, and then you're already working with children advocates, and bring on board as many other human rights groups that you can bring on. Lastly, obviously, use all of the resources that exist. So I suggest that you do go to our website at ash.org, as we have quite a few examples on what practical things that you can do. The goal is to ensure that selling and marketing of cigarettes is recognized as an obstacle to the right to health and life at every level.
I would like to talk to someone who has actually used this human rights-based approach reporting system.
Yes.
Kelsey Romeo-Stuppy, who's the staff attorney here at ASH, has been involved in those projects.
Thank you.
Hello,
Laurent asked me to call you to talk to you about your human rights program.
We want to learn from other people who have done this before because we have never used these reporting mechanisms.
Great, so Ash has worked with several partners in different countries. In 2015, we asked the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights for a hearing about tobacco. So there's an opportunity for civil society or NGOs like yours to submit a shadow report that includes tobacco and goes to the committee as well. And after you submit that report, there's usually an opportunity for you to present orally before the commission. Make sure to include facts and statistics that are relevant to the treaty body that you're reporting to. For you, it would be great to mention things like how many children start smoking every year in Germany.
What kind of results can we expect from submitting a report to the Committee on the Rights of the Child?
So one of the most important results is that tobacco is included in the report back to Germany because we want as many mentions of tobacco in human rights reports as possible. And then lastly, it's a great opportunity to gain some media attention.
That's going to be really helpful for our work in Germany.
Great, thanks so much, Laura. Please feel free to get in touch and let's keep the conversation going.
Thank you, bye. The tobacco control community in itself is very powerful and very strong, but we need to partner with people in other areas. I'm very much looking forward to starting to build this network of human rights people, tobacco control people, experts from different areas.
Governments are obligated to protect the health and life of their citizens. We want every country around the world, for every human rights treaty, to include tobacco. One of the ways we want to do that is to bring human rights allies into the fight. The ultimate goal is to end the tobacco epidemic around the world.